It's story time with the Black-Matician.
That's me! While getting my degree from the illustrious Norfolk State University, there came a time when it was necessary for me to live off campus. See, the way my bank account was set up, I had check-ins and a savings, and they both had $0. I lived in a little studio for a hot minute, and then eventually ended up moving into an apartment. A 2-bedroom, 1 bath, for $800 a month. $800 a month. Right. And it was literally across the street from my school. This one time, my roommate was hogging the bathroom, and I had to pee so bad, I ran across the street to the tech building. Like, literally that close. My landlord happened to own the entire building where I rented, and for some reason, my apartment was the only one with the AC problems. I don't know about y'all, but there are 2 things that I just will not do. 1 is take a cold shower, and 2 is be in a house that's hotter than 2 muskrats, Tootsie rolling, in a sock. So being the responsible tenant that I am, I gave her notice early in the AM, thinking this would be fixed before the heat outside matched the heat inside. Next thing I know, it's 10 AM, hotter than fish grease outside, and hotter than the devil's toenails inside. My landlord ain't show up yet, and it's beyond bad at this point. I'm getting heated. I tried to stay calm and be patient. At 11 AM, I happened to glance at the thermostat. It said 96 degrees in my house, the place where I live, on the inside, where I be at. Okay, I won't panic. So I text my landlord and say, hey, yeah, I called earlier about the AC, and it's 96 degrees in here. I don't want to be a bother, but could you come fix the AC, like, soon, now, in 10 minutes? She talking about some, ooh, I'll be on my way. I'm right there, down the street. She still ain't show up. Y'all, I'm literally hot. I decided enough is enough. I'm about to be like, look, okay, listen, I told you I don't do hot houses, and this landlord is really testing my gangster. She had the nerve to start ignoring my calls and texts. Finally, she shows up at 9 PM, and by that time the sun went down. It wasn't even that hot anymore. But we aren't going to do this for another day in a row. So she came in with a brand new AC unit and didn't even know how to put it in. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other story. So let me ask you this. What are some things that you absolutely will not deal with, similar to my cold showers and hot houses? Comment your answer below.
I got a question about that story.
Yeah.
Where's the math?
Okay, so at 11 AM, I noticed that the temperature was 96 degrees. And when my landlord finally arrived, it was 66 degrees. So I want to know, what is the mean or average hourly change of the temperature? Find out at the end of this video.
It's the Black-Matician.
That's me.
What's pop-a-loppin', mathematicians? And welcome to the Black-Matician, where math is power. I'm Gray with an A, and by the end of this video, you will be able to multiply and divide integers. Of course, one last thing, make sure you subscribe, ring my bell, so you never miss a lesson. Alright, let's go. Okay, so earlier in my hot story, at 11 AM the temperature was at 96 degrees, and at 9 PM the temperature was at 66 degrees. And I want to know what was the mean hourly temperature. Now, we are going to use a formula. Now, the formula for mean is usually you'll take the first and the last term, add them together, and divide by the number of terms in the sequence. When we are talking about this, we're going to take the last temperature that I checked and subtract it from the first temperature and then divide it by the amount of time in between those temperatures. So let's just start plugging stuff in. The last temperature I checked, it was at 9 PM when it was 66 degrees. The first time I checked the temperature, it was at 96 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and subtract that. And the distance between these 2 times is 11 AM and 9 PM. Okay, how much time has gone by in between 11 and 9 PM? That would be 10 hours. Okay, so that's all we're doing so far is plugging everything in. And now we're right back into an equation for dividing. We're going to do 66 minus 96. Now, we are subtracting and keeping the bigger sign. So it's going to look like a negative 96 minus 66. divided by 10. I wanted to rewrite that so that you could see that we are subtracting and keeping the bigger sign, and the bigger sign was a negative. So we're going to have a negative 30 divided by 10. And now we're going to divide a negative and a positive. So my answer is negative, and then 30 divided by 10 is 3. So the mean hourly temperature is a negative 3 degrees. That means every hour my temperature went down 3 degrees until my landlord finally showed up. Moral of the story here, it was too hot in that house. No one should have to wait 10 hours to get the AC fixed. I mean, come on, who makes people wait 3 days to get their AC fixed? Like, have some humanity. Now, let's say you didn't get that correct. I have a really fun idea. You could rewatch this video again, and then maybe again, and then I'm pretty sure that you'll understand it. And if you don't understand it after that, then shoot, I don't know what to tell you. Even I can't help you. Well, that about sums it up here at the Black-Matician, where math is power. If you like what you've heard, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You're not hurting my feelings. Comment, like, subscribe, tell your aunties, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, friends, associates, treachery friends to go ahead and subscribe. Coronavirus got you sitting on the couch watching TV and your life's passing you on by. You're thinking, well, maybe I'll go to school next year or maybe next semester. No, do it right now. I'll work with you whenever you want. You can watch me before you turn on the PlayStation and after you turn on the PlayStation. Whatever you need to do to graduate, go subscribe right now. I'm out here to help you. You spend all day on your phone anyway, might as well subscribe to a channel that's going to help you in your future. All you got to do is pick up the phone and subscribe. Why are you making this so complicated? It's easy. Matter of fact, I'm going to subscribe to my own channel right now.